Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chris Ellicott, and as Registrar of Bath University, it's my huge pleasure, on behalf of the Vice-Chancellor and the Board of Governors, to welcome you all, graduating students and guests, to the forum for this graduation ceremony today. The auditorium in which you're sitting was originally built as a cinema and was the last super cinema of its day to be built. It was opened by the Marquis of Bath in 1934, and as you can see, it was built in the Art Deco style, which has been faithfully preserved. And it has Grade 2 star listing, which means it is regarded by English Heritage as a particularly important building of more than special interest. It's the fourth largest performance venue in the southwest of England, and we're very grateful to Bath Forum Limited for their help in bringing the ceremonies here this year. I know I can speak for everyone in the university when I say that this is a very special day in the academic calendar, as the whole university comes together to celebrate the achievements of students who are about to be confirmed as graduates of Bath Spa University. But today is not just about graduating students. We know how important it is for students to receive support from their family and friends during what can be a particularly demanding time in their lives. The university therefore recognises and salutes the important supporting role played by all of you here, which has made today possible. Okay, I'm now going to run through what will happen at the ceremony. In a few moments, I will ask you to stand for the entry of the academic procession, and you should remain standing until the Chancellor, Jeremy Irons, takes his seat at the centre of the stage, at which point you may sit down. After the Vice-Chancellor's welcome address, there will be the presentation of an Honorary Doctorate to Andrea Arlidge, and biographical information about Andrea Arlidge can be found in the programme. We then move to the presentation of awards to graduating students, and graduating students will be directed by stewards and ushers to queue to the side of the stage to my left. To get there, they will need to go to the back of the auditorium and round down the far side, but there will be people directing you on the way. We haven't lost anyone yet, so I'm sure it'll be fine. When you get to the stage, your names will be checked twice before you cross the stage, just to make sure you are who we're expecting you to be. Once at the side of the stage, at the top of the stairs, names of graduating students will be called by a member of staff from their academic department. And if necessary, my colleague will place her hand in the small of the back of graduating students and gently propel them across the stage, where they will be greeted by the Chancellor. Can I just explain to you, students, although we have the film working now, the screen, that is not going to be operating during the ceremony. The ceremony is being filmed on cameras behind me. As you walk across the stage, you will be filmed face on, so look beyond the Chancellor and you will be looking straight into the camera, okay? Now, graduates, as you come off stage, you collect your certificate at a table just down at the bottom of the stairs, and then make a complete circuit of the auditorium back to your seat, and it's very easy. If there are any problems with your certificates, please bring them to the registration area on the second floor after the ceremony, and we will sort them out for you. After the presentations, Jeremy Irons will say a few words, and then a graduating student will deliver the valedictory address. And then at the very end of the ceremony, I will ask you to stand for the academic procession, and you should then remain standing until first the academic procession and then the graduate procession have left the auditorium. Guests in the stalls, you might wish to use the door down here to my right, which is a quick exit out of the auditorium, rather than going back up there, particularly if you're in this area. Finally, a few short domestic announcements. It is quite warm in here. We do have trained first aid staff around the place. If anyone does need any assistance from a first aider, please call the attention of an usher or a steward, and we will be able to help you. In the unlikely event of us evacuating the building, please make your way to the nearest fire exit, where a member of staff will direct you out of the building. I mentioned the cameras that are filming the ceremony, and you can buy DVDs of the ceremony, which you can buy them afterwards out in the lobby, or you can order them rather. And finally, please ensure that all your mobile phones are set to silent. Okay, I think that's all I've got to say. So, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you enjoyed the ceremony. If you would now please stand, we will await the entrance of the academic procession. Distinguished guests, graduates, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, I call upon the Vice-Chancellor of Bath Spa University, Professor Sue Rigby, to open this graduation ceremony.
Warm, isn't it? It's warmer up here than it is down where you are. That's the good bit. Friends, graduands, colleagues, Chancellor, a very warm welcome to the Bath Spa University summer graduations. And colleagues, please feel free to remove your hats. We're delighted to be able to hold our ceremony in this setting and very grateful to the staff in the forum and to all of those in the university, many of whom you probably recognise, who are here to bring off this very complicated event. In particular, our music is a high point of our graduations, as it's a high point of our university. And I'd like to thank our harpist, Ruth Kenyon, and the staff who give their time in the Premier Brass Quintet for adding so much class and joy to the day. We're here to celebrate the fantastic achievements of our graduating students. Each degree accomplished comes with a narrative of hard work, late nights, panic visits to the library, coffee, stress-busting cakes with friends, and a growing sense of confidence and capability. Very few of us emerged unchanged from the process of studying for a degree, and indeed we shouldn't, or it wouldn't have served its purpose. As with any life-changing event, growing up, having children, falling in love, you can't imagine it until you've done it, and then everything is altered. You can't go back now, you are made new. Can I invite you, our graduates, to just take a moment to reflect on that journey that you've taken to get here. They're all individual, they're all unique, and you should be enormously proud of yourselves and all that you've accomplished. None of us, especially those of us here to celebrate with you on the platform, think it was easy. So just think back for a moment about all that work and all that struggle and all that achievement that's gone to bring you here today. And although studying for and receiving a degree is something individual, it's something accomplished within the supportive framework of friends and family, some of whom are here to celebrate with you today. And what I'd like you to do in a moment is stand up, turn around, and give a big round of applause to all of the people here who are supporting you, and just to give a moment's thought to all the people supporting you who aren't here, but are definitely thinking about you just now. Is that all right? So, up you come. Turn round. Big round of applause for your friends and family. Thank you. Well done. So there's no need to stand up for this one, but can I also ask you to join me in thanking those staff who've taught you and supported you in other ways through your studies? I'm privileged to lead a group of outstanding academics and professionals who have you, their students, always at the heart of what they do. They work late hours, and many of them, and are as delighted by your attainments as you are. So please join me in thanking them now. This is a high point in our university calendar. It's a day of great joy, but also of great sadness, because a university is a community of learners. It's nothing more and it's nothing less. And you've been a central part of that community for a while now. When you go, our community is lessened and we'll miss you. While we'd have it no other way than that you graduate from our world and move on, you leave a big gap, and we're very, very sorry to see you go and to say goodbye. But keep in touch. You're always part of the Bath Spa community. If we can help you with any way, in any time in the future, get in touch with us and let us know. We are always here to help you because you are always part of us. And we'd love to hear your successes and your stories through the years, so keep in touch and let us know if we can be of any use. And that Bath Spa community is one to be very proud of. Our roots stretch deep, back into the 1850s, and since that time, some of Britain's finest artists and teachers have worked with us. But we are a university of the 21st century. We are designed to meet the challenges of a post-industrial, highly volatile and rapidly changing world. You graduate into uncertain times with an academic armoury that will allow you to thrive. You are creative, critical, analytical, able to dance on the margins of knowledge and open your mind to the unknown. You don't rush to quick decisions. You don't rush to blame. Rather, you bring your high-level academic skills to bear on a problem or an opportunity, and in doing so, you make the world a better place. Success for you may be out in the world, or it may be inside a small group of valued family and friends. But remember, there is no further external metric of achievement, only that small voice inside that expresses pride and determination as you make your way through life. And now more than ever, the world needs educators, and I'm very proud that you are they. Because if I had to choose a set of people to make a difference and to make things better, it would be you, our graduates. And just now, I can ask no less of you than that you thrive in your life journeys, that you make a difference, and that in doing so, piece by piece, you change everything. You have the rest of your life to spend, and I'll be delighted to watch as you spend it wisely and for the benefit of others in these dark times. So well done, graduates, and have a great day. You've earned it, and I congratulate you. The university has within its gift the authority to award honorary degrees to individuals whose achievements and activities are resonant with the core values of the institution. We now make one such award, and I'm very pleased to invite Professor Kate Reynolds to propose the award of an Honorary Doctorate of Bath Spa University to Andrea Arlidge.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, colleagues and graduates, it is my pleasure to propose the award of an Honorary Doctorate of Bath Spa University to Andrea Arlidge, Chief Executive, Wellsway Multi-Academy Trust. I need to start by saying that I don't believe this is an award solely for Andrea. This Honorary Doctorate is a recognition for a family of teachers. Tony West, Andrea's dad, who was a primary school teacher and rose to the ranks of head teacher, Janet West, Andrea's mum, who started as a reception class teacher and became a head teacher. So really for Andrea, becoming a head teacher is the logical consequence of the DNA given to her by her mum and dad, who are also here today. And Burnham and Jess, Andrea's son and daughter, and Simon, Andrea's husband, can I just say to you, we still have places available on our PGCE with QTS this September. Given this background, it is unsurprising that Andrea's earliest memory was of wanting to be a teacher. As a small child, Andrea created classrooms for her brother and sister, gave them homework which she dutifully marked. You can only pity her poor brother and sister, since I have very little doubt that the standards that Andrea would have set would have been so high that no one could reach them. Following her success at PGCE and having qualified as a teacher, Andrea spent a little time working for Somerset Local Education Authority, supporting schools and teachers across the full age range. This exposed Andrea to all types of schools and gave her a deep understanding and deep love of primary and secondary schools, special schools and middle schools, an excellent grounding for her current role leading a trust that supports all phases of schools. However, working with the local education authority is not the same as being in a classroom, and Andrea missed the contact with children and young people that school offers, so she went back into school as a deputy head teacher. By age 36, she was a very young head teacher of a challenging school, which through dint of hard work she turned around, leading to an Ofsted grade which recognised her leadership as outstanding. In 2005, Andrea joined Wellsway School as head teacher and put in place initiatives which enabled children and young people at the school to benefit from a new sports centre and from the IKB Studio School, a school for 14 to 19-year-olds focused on vocational training and education. Wellsway School continues to be recognised as one of the best state schools in the country. However, I feel Andrea may have taken the notion of vocational training and education a little bit too far. I understand outside of her role as CEO and alongside her involvement with the West of England Learning and Skills Council, Andrea has a job in a local bar doing an excellent impersonation of Shirley Bassey. She combines this with advising the local police on suspicious packages in schools with a particular expertise in the differences between bricks and guns. In 2016, Andrea was appointed as Chief Exec of Wellsway Multi-Academy Trust, a schools-led trust focused on making a difference to children and young people. Under her leadership, the MAT has gone from strength to strength, and Andrea's own expertise as a system leader has been recognised both through the award of teaching school status to the MAT and her own award recently as a National Leader of Education. Outside the busy life of a MAT CEO, Andrea continues to give back to the community through her involvement in bodies like Sports England and her work with the Regional Schools Commissioner, supporting school improvement across the southwest and the country. Despite its relative newness, Wellsway MAT is recognised for its excellent leadership and commitment to school improvement. It reflects Andrea's own passion to make sure the Trust schools provide the highest quality of inspiring education. To summarise Andrea's career, I think we only need look to the vision for Wellsway MAT. The MAT's purpose is to ensure that each academy achieves outstanding outcomes and high standards in all aspects of its work so that children and young people receive a first-class education that enables them to realise their potential and leave school as confident, caring and well-rounded individuals. Andrea believes fundamentally in the power of education to change lives, and her greatest pleasure is working with brilliant and inspiring teachers, children and young people. She sees being a teacher as a privilege, and in these days when teachers often get a bad press, it is a delight to be able to recognise someone who understands the deep joy and love that is at the heart of teaching. Chancellor, I present to you the Chief Executive of Wellsway Multi-Academy Trust, an exceptional educationalist and an inspirational leader, Andrea Arlidge, as eminently worthy of the award of Honorary Doctor of Education of Bath Spa University. Thank you.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, friends, colleagues and graduates. It is extremely humbling to be standing here today, and I sincerely thank the university for giving me this incredible honour. And thank you, Keat, for your very kind words and for nominating me. It is a privilege to work closely with you, and you, quite simply, are an inspiration. So I entered the teaching profession in September 1983, and for 35 years have had the good fortune to do a job that I love. And looking back, I have so many memories, both happy and sad. And you see life in all its glory as a teacher, but at the end of the day, you can go home knowing that you have made a difference. Now, education, like most professions, as we all know, is not without its challenges. And there have been many, many changes over the course of my career. But for those of you entering the profession and developing your careers, it is a very exciting time. I truly believe that. And the world of multi-academy trusts brings with it opportunities to take on new roles, operating across groups of schools, for example, leadership roles, school improvement roles, roles that simply didn't exist when I entered the profession. And one of the great joys of my job as a MAT leader is working right across the 4 to 19 age range, working with primary schools, secondary schools, studio schools, and special schools. And I have always felt that the barriers between the phases and specialisms are artificial. And it is so rewarding to see teachers really benefiting from working with colleagues in other types of schools. And the end result has got to be a stronger experience for children. Now, I had a brilliant experience recently watching a class of Year 2 children working with Year 10 students in IKB Academy, our specialist STEM school. And they were there doing real science, these little tiny children. And they were wearing these ridiculously oversized safety goggles. And this must have made quite an impression on them, because at the end of the session, when the teacher asked them what they had learned, one little girl put up her hand and said, "Well, I've learned that science is very dangerous and I don't know why we do it." It doesn't always quite work out as you planned it. But for me, education has been a lifelong passion, and it is absolutely true that you never stop learning. As Keat has said, I was inspired at an early age by my parents, who, as you've heard, are both here today, which is a great honour for me. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank them for the example that they set and for the service that they gave over their long and highly successful teaching careers. But equally, though, I wouldn't be stood here today without the support and encouragement of my family and my husband, Simon. And I would like to thank him for always being there as a sounding board, a patient listener, and a very hands-on parent. Over my career, I have worked with so many amazing people, wonderful children, young people, teachers, support staff colleagues who go above and beyond on a daily basis. And this award, as Keat said, also honours the fantastic colleagues I have worked with over the years, without whom I would not have had the fun and the success that I have been so fortunate to enjoy. And having fun is something that has always been really important to me. Education is a very serious business, but I've always believed it is our duty as educators to make sure that children and young people have fun at school and have experiences they will remember for the rest of their lives. The extracurricular life of any school is what really makes it tick, and I would urge all of you to throw yourselves into it with gusto and help to develop young people into well-rounded, confident and caring individuals who will themselves give back to society. And some of my most memorable experiences have been on school trips, in concert halls and on sports fields, not to mention impersonating Shirley Bassey and the Children in Need concert, which I still shudder at the thought of. Children may not remember being sat in a history lesson on a Friday afternoon, but they will remember being in Les Miserables, visiting the Houses of Parliament, or scoring a goal in the inter-house football competition. But equally, though, I would encourage you to invest in yourselves as you develop your career and to keep up your academic study in some form or other, whether that's undertaking a further professional qualification or engaging in school-based action research. This is something we really encourage within our MAT, and we're delighted this year to have gained teaching school status, which will support us in further developing our strong links with Bath Spa University and our initial teacher training and continuing professional development work. The body of knowledge and theory upon which our profession is based is incredibly important, and we are very lucky in this region to have Bath Spa Institute for Education, which is a world leader in the field. So I would like to offer my congratulations to all of you for the award that you are receiving today. To those of you already in the profession, I would like to congratulate you on the dedication you have shown that has driven you to undertake a further professional qualification. Thank you for what you do. And to those of you just about to embark on your career, I would like to thank you for choosing to give your services to children and young people. I wish you every success, and I hope that you enjoy a fulfilling and a rewarding career. I know I have, and I certainly wouldn't wanted to have done anything else. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Andrea. I'm quite moved. We now move on to the presentation of awards to graduates of Bath Spa University, and I call upon the Chancellor, Jeremy Irons, to receive graduates from the Institute for Education.
I present the following candidates for the award of Professional Graduate Certificate in Education, Primary and Early Years 3 to 7. Eleanor Charlotte Blacker. Emma Janet Holland. I present the following candidates for the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Education, Primary and Early Years 3 to 7. Katie Joanne Baker. Sophie Louise Batstone. Christina Louise Bellini. Lucia Maribel Biancardi. Abigail Mary Berman. Alice Victoria Burt. Shannon Lee Carter. Claire Elise Champion. Camilla Kathleen Jennifer Tchaikovsky. Laura Ann Diamond. Catherine Amy Esmond. Laura Jane Earl Forrest. Rebecca Louise Gorman. Amelia Rochelle Gould. Ellie Lauren Griffiths. Krisha Hazelwood. Eleanor Hawkins. Kimberly Humphreys. Eloise Laura Angela Jeffries. Camilla Jones. Catherine Haff Lloyd Jones. Laura Lee Jones. Hannah Louise Langley. Kelly Lear. Lauren Nicole Crystal Lockett-Kerr. Chloe Samantha McIver. Amy Dawn McNaughton. Ruth Elizabeth Miles. Emma Louise Milan. Georgia Louise Nash. Louise Ann Osborne. Tasmin Rebecca Pritchard. Naomi Quinn. Katie Victoria Rogers. Sonia Selner. Alexandra Libby Rose Smith. Rebecca Leanne Ward. Vicky Catherine Wilson. Charlotte Louise Woodrow.
I present the following candidates for the award of Professional Graduate Certificate in Education, Primary and Early Years 5 to 11. Penny Natasha Cross. Kelly Danielle Dyer. Sapphire Louise Sargent. Isabel Ann Silverthorne. I present the following candidates for the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Education, Primary and Early Years 5 to 11. Bethany Grace Louisa Rose Abbott. Jessica Kate Watt Abley. Matthew George Aston Smith. Luke Asprey. Luke Asprey. Alice Eleanor Bailey. Lorna Amanda Clements Baker. Shannon Emma Ball. James J. Barnett. Emily Jane Bartholomew. Emily Alexandra Baskerville. Ellis Lee Bateman. Georgina Bell. Daniel Thomas Berryman. Pravina Bugan. Anya Katerina Bishop. Christian Tobias Blair. Victoria Elizabeth Bostock. Paige Lauren Bowyer. Abigail Rose Brind. Eleanor Jane Burgess. Melissa Grace Callahan. Anthony Mark Carbis. Tiffany Louise Chandler. Grace Catherine Elizabeth Clifford. Natalie Marie Coles. Georgia Ray Colley. Gemma Louise Collings. Naomi Hannah Cook. Alexander Robert Coombs. Rihanna Evelyn Craig. Rachel Crompton. Sophie Jane Davis. Eve Caroline Dennis. Constance Hilary Denton. Zara Abdi Deria. Sarah Duffy. Lauren Olivia Dunbar. Cameron Kane Jill Evans. Charlotte Amy Evans. Sarah Elizabeth Evans. Olivia Mary Jermaine Figgis. Catherine Flanagan. Melanie Rachel Fletcher. Rebecca Ann Fox. Francesca Ellen Fudge. Lucy June Gale. Jessica Rose Garrett. Charlotte Emily Gatton. William Gifford. Annabelle Rose Gladwin. Sophie Claire Glover. Laura Emily Guest. Alice Lillian Gulliford. Amy Jane Harris. Katie Rebecca Harris. Yeah. Fardosa Hassan. Megan Amy Hinton. Beatrice Olivia Hotchkiss. Emily Christine Hughes. Lucy Hurren. Hazel Miranda Jeffs. Chloe Grace Jenkins. Emily May Jones. Tina Ruth Anita Jones. Daniel Soul Keat. Eric Keith Smith. Jacqueline Kelly. Catherine Ann Kennard. Hannah Susan King. Sophie Kingscote. Sophie Rosina Pring. Sorry, I've missed a page, sorry. Right, Lauren Kate Knott. Andrea Victoria Lanham. Megan Louise Mifanui Lewis. Emily Long. Lauren Jodie Longstaff. Charlotte Mary Patricia Mapson. Claire Louise Matthews. Sian Eleanor Matthews. Shauna Ray McKenna. Jessica Ann Meredith Wicks. Kelsey Lee Metters. Alice Eleanor Mills. Jodie Ann Mitchell. Abigail Angelica Moore. Eleanor Louise Morris. Georgina Sarah Monroe. Caitlin Murphy. Emily Louise Nash. Katie Elizabeth Nash. Erica Amelia Neal. Emma Newell. Pandora Palamountain. Anna Louise Parfit. Amy Parsons. Bruce Samuel Patrick. Kaylee Rhiannon Pierce. Kaylee Louise Pentecost White. Emma Louise Pilgrim. Claire Pole. Benjamin Powell. Christiana Emma Louise Price. Sophie Rosina Pring. Aaron Lewis Pritchard. Abigail Prosser. Elizabeth Jane Quayle. Bethan Sean Rees. Kirsten Leanne Rendell. Benjamin Alexander Reynolds. Harriet Chelsea Richens. Vanessa Lee Rogers. James Russell. Jordan Ryland. Jodie Antonia Sampson. Claire Scott. David Sellers. Georgia May Louise Shallis. Karen Shanks. Sarah Shaw. Gabriella Iwin Shawnee Toledano. Rebecca Carolyn Simpson. Lauren Bethany Singleton. Sasha Victoria Smallcombe. Rosemary Helen Smith. Gemma Soper. Abby Southcott. Cody Stewart. Thomas Stratton. Megan Stephanie Stride. Laura Jo Stubbings. Charlotte Rose Sweeney. Theon Lowry Thomas. Rachel Louise Thomas. Terry Louise Tripp. Rebecca Shen Ying Vien. Louise Cariad Viner. Lauren Wall. Alice Christie Watts. Laura Jade Wells. Laura Jane Wilson. Ruth Margaret Wilson. Ivan Ian Woolashak.
I present the following candidates for the award of Professional Graduate Certificate in Education, Primary and Early Years 7 to 11. Hannah Irene Hinchliffe-Waltz. Luke Patrick Justin. I present the following candidates for the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Education, Primary and Early Years 7 to 11. Richard James Alexander. Jonathan Andrews. Bethany Honor Blackman. Sophie Chalice. Oliver John Cook. Adam Dorrans. Alexander James Dyer. Nicholas Paul Holden. Amy Natasha Hurrell. Vivian Alexandra Minter. Catherine Louise Moore. Amy Christine Pennell. Laura Louise Pinnell. Tom Scott Plank. Rachel Jane Price. Melanie Samuels. Shuhani Shoheed. Benjamin James Smith. Jodie Spence. Ryan Sullivan. Catherine Daisy Warbridge. Gareth Wynne Williams. Joshua Woodman. I present the following candidate for the award of Professional Graduate Certificate in Education Early Years Initial Teacher Training, Judith Sarah Swan. I present the following candidates for the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Education Early Years Initial Teacher Training, Nicola Abreu. Tanya Marie Bashford. Amy Ruth Joy Byers. Chloe Rosanna Gill. Cara Sheila Godwin. Jacqueline Louise Halliday. Amy Jane Harper. Lily Christine Holland. Jessica Charlotte O'Sullivan. Claire Louise Sloan. Charlotte Louise Turner.
I present the following candidates for the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Education, Secondary Art and Design. Natalie Erica Collins. Amy Megan Marsh. Samuel Wayne Millard. Siobhan Kathleen Monroe. Rebecca Mary Pring. Lucy Jane Rutty. Samantha Ruth Webb. Matthew James Withy. I present the following candidate for the award of Professional Certificate in Education, Secondary Biology, Cameron John Burns. I present the following candidates for the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Education, Secondary Biology, Madeline Rose Austin. Alexandra Faye Brunt. Sophie Ann Denley. Ashmin Chananath Majid. Laura Rhiannon Pratt. Leanne Roan. I present the following candidates for the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Education, Secondary Chemistry, Lucy Catherine Rose Fox. Michael Froelich. Celeste Eugenia Purdy. I present the following candidate for the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Education, Secondary Computer Science with ICT, Danielle Larn. I present the following candidate for the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Education, Secondary Design and Technology, Holly Drew Easterbrook. I present the following candidates for the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Education, Secondary Drama, Rosemary Grace Coles. Catherine Anna Cooper. Holly Alexandra Rebecca Gordon. Jade Victoria Moore. Mary Helen Grace West. Connor Michael Towles Whelan. I present the following candidates for the award Postgraduate Certificate in Education, Secondary English. Zara Jane Ashton. Alex Terence Edward Bound. Alexandra Erin Davidson. Christina Victoria Hall. Catherine Lund. Disha Elizabeth Monder. Michelle Suzanne Spain. Megan Claire Farrell Wild. I present the following candidates for the award Postgraduate Certificate in Education, Secondary Geography. Richard Daniel Stroud. Fleur Timmer. I present the following candidates for the award Postgraduate Certificate in Education, Secondary Mathematics. Alan William Hersey Church. Louise Maria Diper. Alexandra Francisca Beatrix Flinders. Fiona Louise Glavin. Joanne Elizabeth Harris Saville. Jonathan Peter Healy. Amy Ann Pereira. Lydia Kate Philpott. Mohammed Awais Qureshi. John Alexander Tslikis.
I present the following candidates for the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Education, Secondary Modern Foreign Languages. Pollyanna Jane Hancock. Liam Robert Haynes. Shannon Skye Jeffries. Joanna Kelichik. Magdalene Iradukunda Bonimana. Carla Antonia Patino Peña. Rebecca Louise Walls. I present the following candidates for the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Education, Secondary Music. Catherine Jane Lines. Elise Dorothy Major. Emily Nicholas. Mikhail Spiridakis. Freya Imogen Watson. I present the following candidates for the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Education, Secondary Physical Education. Liam John Alford. Rebecca Bates. Emily Carter Davis. Stephen Richard Day. Nathaniel Edwards. Jacob Andrew John Haddock. Georgia Malpass. Jessica Ann Martin. Joy Margaret Montgomery. Oliver Daniel Russell. Lucy Ann Setrington. Charlotte Tibbs. Caitlin Walters. Lauren Rose Webb. Claire Westgate. I present the following candidate for the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Education, Secondary Physics, Cora Green. I present the following candidates for the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Education, Secondary Religious Education. Leah Marie Dennett. Laura Jane Lowes. David Alexander Pierce. Daniela Joan Saban.
Chancellor, in addition to those candidates presented to you, I commend to you the other candidates listed here, but in absentia, for conferment of their various awards.
Of the authority of my office as Chancellor of Bath Spa University, I confer the awards of those candidates here present and those in absentia. At this point, to your massive relief, you can take off your hats and throw them in the air. Whoa. Whoa. Vice-Chancellor, Governors, distinguished guests, colleagues, graduates, and family members. Before I do what I want to do first, I just want to say I think I've never met a group of more personable, well-turned out, sharp handshaked people in my life. Congratulations. Because as you know, we may have the best will in the world, but presentation is 80% of it. And you presented fabulously. If only I wasn't 74 and married. And that's just the blokes. Now look, more seriously, because I have to try and uphold this position, I want to congratulate you all. Today is your day, and I'm proud to be hosting this ceremony which marks the triumph of your succeeding in what you set out to do. Oh, I'd better just cut in. Last year we had a slight problem, and I do hear a little squeal. A child had to be taken out once I started talking because he was frightened that Scar was going to come and get him. So if that child's listening, don't worry. Yes, you're fine. He's too young. Too young. Now, getting back, the individual personal cost to you and to your families may have been large, may have been small. And yet, maybe the larger the price you've had to pay, the bigger the satisfaction you can feel today. Things that are hard for us, which we succeed in, we somehow value better than things that are easy to us. And some of you may have stretched yourselves to get your degree, and some of you may have coasted through without particular effort. But however you did it will be a reflection on your take on life, and will in some way measure how you will continue your hopefully exciting journey through life, and how you deal with the myriad opportunities and problems that life will throw at you. Because have no doubt, we set our own standards, and by being prepared or not, we make our own luck. It is a curious time to be out striving in the world. Reverberations of the 2008 financial crash are still being felt, as are some of the problems which caused it. The good times, which started in the 50s and kept going until the new century, are over. We're having to get used to falling production, falling standards of living, shrinking budgets in local government, in arts funding, in education, and with the mania for internet communication, a general falling in the standards of real debate. Across Europe and the Americas, the unease of these repercussions, that these repercussions have fostered, have led to the election of right-wing governments and the strengthening of right-wing opposition parties as people vote with their guts in an attempt to protect their borders, their economies, and try to turn the clock back. But it will not turn back. The golden decades of burgeoning economies when many of us were encouraged to live above our means on cheap credit are over. The days when ever-growing GDP figures, heavily skewed by London's profit of being an unregulated financial centre, were the only criterion of respectability, are now being seen by economic visionaries as a hiding to nowhere. Capitalism is like water. We need it to survive, but if it remains unregulated, it will eventually drown us. The vast conglomerates that bring riches to the few must be encouraged to pass some of their profits down so that we have a balanced and fair society, so that a living wage is possible for those who work in the service of the community, so we may have money to work towards educating our children, treating the sick, housing the poor, taking care of our old, and working towards creating a truly sustainable environment. There's little doubt that if it pans out, we leave the European Union, we will face a future where, for a time, we will all be financially poorer. But we will have control of our little island, and we will be able to choose who we invite to live and work here. Yet we will have lost the strength that comes from being part of a union. And if our isolation means we're forced to trade with the US instead of Europe, we'll have no choice but to lower the standards of what we eat, as we accept imports of a standard so low that the EU has so far kept them at bay. But though we might become poorer, deep in my heart, I know that money and wealth are not what truly make a society. What makes a society is how much each individual truly cares about what he is doing rather than what he is earning, and how much he cares about his fellow man. Life is not about following scripts in remote call centers. It's not about sending tweets or having online profiles. It's about looking into the face of your fellow man and listening to understand what the true nature of the communication between you is and could be. The World Wide Web brings us many advantages, but also offers us many pitfalls. Like all things, it contains both God and the devil. At present, the web seems to be stifling true and deep debate and creating an atmosphere where in some unenlightened educational establishments, the choice of speakers is being censored and safe rooms established to protect those apparently unable to deal with views that offend them. I pray to God that fate never descends upon Bath Spa, and that the students who pass through will be robust enough to experiment with ideas and viewpoints in the knowledge that a fixed position is a weak position. For when the earthquake comes, the fixed wall will shatter. Now, those of you going into education, either by teaching or in the arts, or perhaps the graduates I feel closest to, so I'm glad to be here today, for you are the real world changers. In the arts, you will face financial restriction and the temptation to use your talents on worthless projects which satisfy you only financially. I hope you can resist these temptations. But as teachers, you will enter a system which is often broken, where the education you are asked to perform is not fit for purpose, and where the children for whom you are responsible are let down by the result of years of ill-thought-out decisions and policy flowing out of governmental departments. Last week, I visited Greenside Primary School in Shepherd's Bush, run by an extraordinary woman, Karen Bastick-Stiles. She took over this failing school 3 years ago, and with the help of the Elliott Foundation and with their own created experiential learning model, learning English and maths through their STEM projects, with average national exam results standing, I think, at around 63% average. This year, her third year as head teacher, the school scored 90%. That's a school full of refugees of many ethnicities, children with learning difficulties, some children with a helpful background, but a great mix. And as I talked to her and met her fellow teachers, I realized how inspirational teachers attract other similar staff around them. It's such talents, and those of yours, and clear tangential thinking from within that could change our educational system for the better. And I hope those of you working in that field will have the chance both to inspire and to be inspired. So the children we educate today who will create tomorrow's society and who, I earnestly hope, will improve upon the one in which we live today. I hope that what you have learned here at Bath Spa will have inspired you to go on in life as an inspiration to others. I hope it's given you the perspective to be able to make a difference and to want to improve the world within which you find yourself. In whichever field you choose to spend your life, you have the ability to make the world a better place. And this doesn't have to be a massive task. It's the little moments of kindness, of politeness, of true empathy for other people's problems that provide the glue which holds society together. Try to ignore the incessant chatter of life, the texts, the tweets, the adverts, the combined roar of the inessential, and listen quietly to yourself and to others. And while you're doing that, try your hardest to do the best you can in your chosen field, and do the best for your family, your friends, and those who need your support. Then, whatever is going on in this chattering world, you will be part of a life that may be judged as truly worth living. Good luck to you all.
We're nearly there. But most importantly, I'd like to invite Daniel Keat to deliver our student valediction.
Good afternoon and congratulations, PGCE graduates. It's a great honour to be named your class of 2018 valedictorian and to be given the terrifying opportunity to deliver this speech. Together, we have survived one of the hardest years in our fledgling teaching careers and can now look forward to another of the hardest years as an NQT. At this time, it's important that we address the huge debt of gratitude we all owe our families, friends, colleagues, and our mentors for all their support along the way. From late-night lesson planning to even later-night subject knowledge tasks and assignments, none of this would have been possible without their support, so thank you all. This PGCE course has provided us with the tools to become the teachers we have dreamed of, but there are a few things that we could never have been prepared for. Within our first weeks of the course, we had a number of seminars on behaviour management. What they didn't cover was the best way to calm your class down after two doves decide to perch on your window and join your maths class, then decide to defecate down a display you'd spent 2 hours making. We have also spent hour upon hour filling in standards grids and providing evidence that we are the outstanding teachers we have become. What they didn't prepare us for is the range of evidence you can provide to fulfill this. What I didn't expect, within the first week of my first teaching placement, was dressing up as a 7-foot badger and being paraded in front of 600 children. Standard 8, fulfilling wider professional responsibilities, tick. Throughout the course, we have become expert in acronyms. As BSTs, we have spent hours filling in a SAG grid within our PLPP, evidencing HA, MA, and LA progress, ensuring that SLT and ELT are kept up to date about PP, EAL, and SEND pupil support, preparing for TAFs and PRPs with our ATs, and finally, planning in PPA and informing HLTAs and TAs of where we'd like them to support. We've learnt the language of teaching, and it is acronyms. I'd like you all to take a moment to think back to your first weeks at university. That initial first day of school fear, trying to find familiar faces amongst a sea of BSTs. Desperately hunting for seminar rooms. Now think of where you are today. Confident NQTs preparing to take your first steps into the world of teaching, ready to spread your wings and take the reins of your own class and be held accountable for their education and progress. We've come so far as a group, and this is something we should always remember and be incredibly proud of. Again, it's important we recognise the role our family, friends, and lecturers and mentors have played in this and ensure they appreciate how much their support means to us. My final thanks goes out to you all. What you have in here is a support network like no other, with everyone in this room understanding the mountain you have overcome in this PGCE and everyone helping each other through thick and thin. I personally would not have made it through without Group I. Congratulations to you all. Good luck in the rest of your careers, and I wish you all the very best. You all deserve it.
Thank you, Daniel. I hope your master of acronyms is recognised in your future career. To conclude our ceremony, I would like to simply offer you a traditional Gaelic blessing. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, the rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may your God hold you in the palm of his hand. Ladies and gentlemen, I declare this ceremony closed.
Would you please stand for the academic procession?